Easter Friday should have been the first day of Rorke's Red Funnel Easter Challenge, but strong northwesterly winds which gusted over 40 knots meant that racing was abandoned for the day. 3 races were planned for Saturday, but again northerly gales whipped the Solent and sent breaking waves rolling up Cowes Harbour. The Red Funnel ferry came perilously close to wiping out Shepherd's Wharf Marina as a gust took them sideways, despite the power of their thrusters. Rorke made an early and sensible decision to abandon racing for the day and organised a training workshop in Cowes Yacht Haven's event centre on championship preparation. Nearly 300 people took advantage of the session, which was led by Jim Saltonstall, with a panel of experts on hand to answer questions. Finally, on Easter Sunday, the weather relented sufficiently to allow the race committee to run 2 races. By this time, many of the competitors had given up and gone home, but 42 boats of the 78 entered turned out to race. Race 1 was sailed around a windward leeward course using laid marks, and the conditions were to prove challenging for many of the boats. The wind was blowing a cold 20 knots gusting to 25 from the west for the first start, with Super Zero and Zero first away. Nicholas Zenstrom's TP52 Ran proved to be the boat to beat. First round the windward mark they flew downwind and went on to win the race by over 5 minutes. Robert Lutoner and Martin Elwood's TP52 Henry Lloyd Cutting Edge was second, with the young sailors of the Volvo RYA keelboat programme racing their recently loaned TP52 coming home third. Stuart Robinson's TP52 Stay Calm was also well placed, but then their bowsprit snapped, forcing their retirement. Com Barrington's brand new Kerr 39 Silk Glove won her maiden race in a competitive Class 0, with Simon Henning's Far 45 Alice 2 taking second. Class 1 was close, with Eamon Rohan's new Mills Porty Blondie 4 beating Jerry Otter's Kerr 39 Eravale 3 by just 1 second on the water and 7 seconds on corrected time. Rob Bottomley's Prima 38 sailplane was third. Chris Walmsley's Kerr 31 Sanguma won Class 2's first race ahead of Peter Schofield's Hob 35 Zarapa, while Mike Wallace's J109 Jamali was third. Paul and Marie-Claude Hayes' J92 Jack Sparrow won Class 3's first race by over a minute from Ian Brahms' Dean and Dyball Enigma and Jackie and Robert Dobson's Elusive. The first race saw a fair number of broaches and broken gear, but Paul Kelsey's quarter-tonner runaway bus had the worst luck when its rig came crashing down. The wind dropped a bit for race 2, which was sailed around Solent marks. Once again the TP52 showed the way, and again it was Ran which had the legs on the others, going on to win by over 6 minutes. The Russian TP52 Velars took second in this race, but overall it was Henry Lloyd Cutting Edge which came second, ahead of Volvo RYA keelboat programme, with a great result in their first regatta. In Class 0, David Lanspiel's First 45 Poppia Portland Marina won the second race to take third overall, while Com Barrington's Silk Glove took the overall class win. Class 1 was won by Blondie 4 ahead of Jump Juice, with Eravale 3 in third. These 3 boats will all be competing for the Rolex Commodores Cup later this summer. In Class 2, the class winner was Chris Walmsley's Sanguma on countback from Paul Schofield's Zarapa, with Peter Morton's Salvo in third. Paul and Marie-Claude Hayes put in a perfect score on Jack Sparrow to take Class 3, ahead of Ian Brahms' Dean and Dyball Enigma in second, and Jackie and Robert Dobson's Elusive in third. After racing, the traditional Easter egg prizes were presented by Shirley Anderson from race sponsor Red Funnel Ferries, and, as usual, there were enough eggs for the children in the audience. After racing, we spoke with Rorke's new chief executive, Eddie Ward-Nowen, about the weekend. Eddie, you must be a bit disappointed with the weather this weekend.
Well, it's frustrating. You know, the weather's the weather, and yeah, it's one of those weekends. Unfortunately, difficult for the competitors, I suppose. But today we had two really good races. Everyone's really happy, those who were out there, and I suppose we can count it as being a moderate success.
You can see our full interview with Eddie about his new job in a separate report. The next Rorke racing from Cowes will be the Cervantes Trophy race on 3rd of May, and we can look forward to a full season of racing, including the IRC Nationals in mid-June and the Rolex Commodores Cup at the beginning of July. We'll be covering all of Rorke's Solent events, so watch out for more reports throughout the season.